will do that. I have just 7 little slides, I guess, that of this. Behind me, I have a virtual of the 3 Ks.
Can we see a little more of your face? Maybe
well, no, I'll show you that in a minute.
Oh, okay, okay.
I don't know what that's all about. Okay. Computers, right? Okay. Okay, let me share my screen. Share. And start my slide. Oh. Okay, not bad for a boomer. Okay. Presto loved hats, and so I found this one on Facebook, which is another little funny joke. Do we ever get off Facebook even after we pass away? Because I found some of these pictures from Facebook. At any rate, I found a really nice little quote from Toastmasters: to speak in such a way that others love to listen to you, using vocal variety, and listen. Actively listening is good. And that's, if I thought of that, I certainly would not put anonymous. I would put my name there. Presto, or Catherine is her real name, Catherine Presto, was born in 1929 and passed away on Palm Sunday on the 2020. She, 2 years before she passed away, she, instead of, this lady was very active, instead of taking her car down and getting it washed, she decided, well, I can do it myself. Well, she tripped on the hose and ended up breaking up a hip and never really recovered from it because she had ended up in a couple of nursing homes. But on the bottom, she was an author, a photojournalist. She interviewed, I believe, just about every NASCAR person, and was a true professional and a true lady that really a self-taught person. She raised, after raising a family of 4 children, she taught herself the whole NASCAR and cars and tires, so much so that she was asked one summer to drive it was one of the Toyotas, but she drove a car across Europe just to check it out. And she and about 3 other people did that. So I just, whoops, okay, wait a minute here. Let me go back to the family. So I started out with her family. These are her 2 daughters and 2 sons, and then some older pictures that I found from Facebook. And she was a very loving person for her family, and her Toastmasters, her family also. And at the very bottom left, the right-hand corner, I had a hard time realizing who that was. She always wore her wig. I think she had 2 wigs, but she always wore her wig. And at the end, it's a very lovely picture with her daughter leaning on her there. And that's why I like that one. But she really did deteriorate a little bit. So we will go on to number 3 on her Toastmaster family. And there's a picture of her getting her DTM for Success for Speakers. And we have a lot of people in there. We have Charlotte's in there. I'm not too sure what year this was. I guess obviously Charlotte was the director then. And we have, of course, Michael Osher and Scott and a lot of other people. And then she did get her QS from Toastmasters. And then the 3 Ks were K Mellon and then K Star. And I'm not too sure who, I think the gentleman did some race car broadcasting with her. But they were always called the 3 Ks. And K Star right now is living with her son in Hemet. And I do have her address that we can get. And K Mellon's in Ontario learning how to get on Zoom for another meeting we'll have soon. And then she was always signing books. She wrote a myriad of books on car racing, and then she finally wrote a child's book on chasing the checkered flag, excuse me. And was signing books, and a serious lady, but loved to have fun also. So it's just some fun Toastmaster things. And then I was able to go down to LA with an awards, and all these people were really well-known people in the car business, and Kay knew them all. They all came up and talked with her. And she's wearing the other one there. The other one, I think, is her grandson. I'm not too sure if that's at Disneyland or where that is, but in a little car there. But she had another business, and it was called, she didn't like the way that some people were talking about senior citizens. And so she made a t-shirt that says, "I'm a sensational senior." And it was really big for the senior citizens, but it also, I don't want to say backfired, but it also promoted. The seniors in high school liked it. So she got some more buyers. So she just had a knack for getting things done. And I think I got a couple other awards there because she was able to go to Indianapolis with that huge award, and I'm not really too sure what race this is, but she was given something in Indianapolis, and then there's a certificate of special congressional recognition, and I looked that up, and I believe it's given to authors for the most part. But she got a lot of awards, and I think she has a lot of awards, and she has tapes. And one time she told me she had some tapes from all her interviews going back 40 years. This lady spoke, she was on CNN. She did sports casting before women were even thinking about doing sports casting. So she learned her trade and did it very well. And fortunately was rewarded sometimes for it. And the little corner one, I guess, is her husband and she dancing at some award. So passed away a few years before she did. And this is just more things. She did, I was very fortunate to go on a couple cruises with her and found out at that time that everywhere she goes, she looks for the merry-go-round. And this was in Santa Barbara. One of them in Santa Barbara, I think the others too. But we had to go on the merry-go-round. And I had a little problem with some merry-go-rounds that they go too fast. I don't want to get up and shake my head too much, but it was different. But she always looked for her merry-go-round to have some fun. And then we went down to Chinatown, and she wanted her picture next to the mannequins, and we did that. She also helped out on Thanksgiving at feeding the homeless in Ontario. And then I really thought I'd never do this, but on her bucket list, she wanted to do a Segway. Is that what yeah, it's the Segway one where you drive your body does all the pushing and driving. And so we went to Santa Monica and had a couple hours of Segway, and that was different. But she was a very, very, always professional, but loved to have some fun. And this is just some pictures I just got of her. This is one she's getting off it. And when we took the cruise to stop to Santa Barbara, of course, there's no dock there, so we had to get off on the little boat. And she found a couple fellas to help her onto the boat. So her persuasive Toastmastering. But she was a true speaker, leader, producer, you name it. She was a very, very, and the humbleness, I guess, too. She was a very nice lady. A lot of people would, if they're that into everything, but she's always willing to help people. And I know a couple people in the clubs. There was one in particular, I guess, that he had really shaggy hair and shaggy beard, and he came over to her house, I don't know, once a week or twice a week, and she coached him. And then he came and gave a speech, and nobody even recognized him. So it was really amazing. She just took him under her wing and helped him. So that's all I have about Kate Presto. I think that's it. Isn't that it? Yeah, that's it. But thank you for listening. She's just a wonderful lady. And I know right now she listened to when the NASCAR came back on. When NASCAR came back on the scene, she was listening from above, and I don't think she's ever going to miss another NASCAR. And she understands them, because a couple of times I decided, well, let me watch this. And I had to call her and say, Kay, why are they doing this? And she right away knew. So thank you for allowing me to share.
Thank you, Mary.